Throughout history, rivers have always captivated and inspired humanity. They have been the essential source of life for communities, serving as transportation and providing a backdrop for numerous tales and myths. However, beneath the sparkling surface of rivers lies a realm of enigma and revelation. From a forgotten warship that remained concealed for nearly a century to a gnarly river monster, here are the 15 most shocking discoveries ever made in rivers. Number 15. A 10-foot fish, the arapaima. If you're on the hunt for one of the most astounding creatures to ever swim the rivers, look no further than the mighty arapaima. Also known as the poroku, this extraordinary fish is a true icon of the Amazon basin, and it's no wonder why. The arapaima, or the poroku, is a true marvel of the rivers, and there's nothing like it. Its size alone is staggering, with some individuals growing up to 10 feet long and weighing more than 400 pounds. But its impressive size isn't the only reason why the arapaima is such an extraordinary discovery. This fish is also one of the oldest species of freshwater fish on Earth, with a history spanning over 200 million years. And if that isn't impressive enough, the arapaima's unique adaptation for survival is nothing short of astounding. Its specialized swim bladder enables it to gulp air from the water's surface, allowing it to survive in oxygen-poor environments and venture into stagnant pools of water where other fish would suffocate. However, it's not just the arapaima's physical appearance that makes it a fascinating find. It's also the tales surrounding it. Locals in Kuala Berang, Malaysia, have reported sightings of a strange creature feeding in the nearby waters. But investigating this creature has not been without consequences. Tragedy struck when one curious man drowned and another fell off his boat while attempting to get a closer look. Rescuers who attempted to retrieve their bodies from the river faced difficulties. All in all, the arapaima is undoubtedly one of the most shocking discoveries ever made in rivers, captivating our imagination with its colossal size, ancient lineage, and incredible adaptations. Number 14. East River Monster. Deep within the murky depths of New York City's East River lies a mysterious creature that once roamed the waters. The remains of this massive monster were discovered in 2011, sending shockwaves through the city and the scientific community alike. In 2011, Denise Ginley stumbled upon something strange while walking along the shores of New York City's East River. At first, she thought it was debris, but upon closer inspection, she found an unidentifiable creature with a warped appearance. The media dubbed it the East River Monster, sparking controversy as to what it actually was. The Parks Department claimed it was a pig, but residents disagreed, suggesting it could be a giant rodent or a mutilated canine. Some even said it resembled a large sea turtle without a shell or a mutant monster from New York sewers. The discovery of this East River monster has shed new light on the prehistoric world that once existed in the bustling metropolis of New York City. And who knows what other mysterious creatures might be lurking in the depths of the city's rivers and waterways, waiting to be discovered. Back in 2008, a 26-year-old girl named Jenna Hewitt of Montauk and 3 friends said they discovered a strange creature on July 12th at Ditch Plains Beach, which is 2 miles east of the district. The creature's identification, as well as the truth of the stories surrounding it, have been the topic of debate and discussion. Experts subsequently determined that the body was that of a water-degraded raccoon. The weird animal carcass was named the Montauk Monster. Initial media speculation suggested the Montauk Monster being a turtle without its shell, though turtle shells are fused to the spine and cannot be removed in this manner. A dog, a large rodent, or a science experiment from the nearby government animal testing facility, the Plum Island Animal Disease Center. Number 13. Centuries-old ball and chain. One of the most startling discoveries ever made in rivers is an intact ball and chain that was possibly used to condemn a prisoner to a watery grave in the Thames during the 17th century. This fascinating relic was found in the mud of the riverbed, providing a haunting glimpse into the brutalities of the past. The perfectly preserved iron ball and chain is causing a stir among archaeologists who say the 300-year-old artifact may have a gruesome tale to tell. The leg irons, which are thought to be from the 17th or 18th centuries, were dragged from the mud with the lock fastened, implying that a convict drowned while attempting to escape. But how did it end up at the bottom of Thames? Well, many experts believe a prisoner may have tried escaping by swimming. He either got rid of the ball and chain, or maybe he drowned along with it. There's also speculation that whomever was wearing it was purposefully thrown in the river to drown. The quality of the iron and the skillful design of the lock suggest that the item was very valuable at the time and was likely to have been made somewhere in continental Europe, possibly Germany. The long spike on the padlock would have pointed towards the other leg when it was fitted around the ankle. The device weighs 17.64 pounds and has been preserved by the thick black mud of the Thames, which protects metal, ceramic, and even leather finds exceptionally well. Mudlarks. History enthusiasts who have special permits to search and dig the foreshore from the Port of London Authority found the fetters close to a wharf in Rotherhithe, southeast London. The ball and chain are on display at the Museum of London Docklands for a limited time. As we dive deeper into the mysteries of the river, our next discovery is truly extraordinary. Number 12. Vasa The Ship. One of the most mind-boggling discoveries ever made in rivers is the wreckage of the Vasa, a Swedish warship that sank in Stockholm's harbor in 1628. The warship was built between 1626 and 1628. It was built on the orders of the King of Sweden Gustavus Adolphus as part of the military expansion he initiated in a war with Poland-Lithuania. After completion, she was one of the most powerfully armed vessels in the world. But unfortunately, Vasa was highly unstable with too much weight in the upper structure of the hull. The ship sank after sailing roughly 1,300 m. The Vasa was one of the most powerful warships of its time, but its maiden voyage turned into a tragic disaster when it capsized just minutes after setting sail. For centuries, the ship lay at the bottom of the harbor, buried in mud and forgotten by the world. However, in 1961, the Vasa was rediscovered by a team of divers, astonishing the world with its remarkable preservation. Despite spending over 300 years underwater, the ship's intricate carvings, ornate decorations, and even its sails were remarkably intact. The Vasa has since been raised from the depths and is now on display at the Vasa Museum in Stockholm, where visitors can marvel at its stunning beauty and the tragic story of its sinking. The ship is probably one of Sweden's most famous tourist attractions and has been visited by over 35 million people since 1961. The Vasa shipwreck is a testament to the power of discovery and serves as a reminder that rivers can hide treasures that are waiting to be found. Number 11. 100-year-old sturgeon. A British Columbia man struck gold when he discovered a massive sturgeon fish that is at least 100 years old. On March 6th, Yves Bisson caught an exceptionally unusual fish in the Fraser River near Chilliwack. Bisson, who manages a fishing guiding service, believes the sturgeon is at least a century old. He estimated it to be around 10 feet long and 600 pounds. There are around 27 species of sturgeon worldwide, with more than half of them listed as severely endangered. Sturgeon have been around since the dinosaurs, but they are now threatened by overfishing and habitat destruction. They are also harvested for their eggs, which are utilized in the production of caviar. The Fraser River's white sturgeon is the longest living and largest freshwater fish in North America. They can live for a century and grow up to 20 feet in length. Bisson is seen pulling the massive fish through the shallows in a video of his great catch. He said, "We were just able to tag it, so it's probably never been caught." Afterwards, he released it back into the water. The Fraser River Sturgeon Conservation Society tags white sturgeon found in the Fraser River as part of a program to track the species' population and health. According to the society, the Fraser River's number of white sturgeon is 1% of what it once was. As part of the program, Bisson scans and tags sturgeon on a regular basis. He knew the sighting was rare as soon as he saw the giant sturgeon leap out of the water. "I have landed over 22,000 sturgeon on my fishing charters, and this was one I'll never forget," Bison said. Number 10. Scuba diving spiders. In the world's rivers, one can find an incredible variety of life, but few creatures are as strange and fascinating as the diving bell spider. This tiny arachnid, known for its ability to survive and hunt underwater, is a true marvel of nature. What makes this spider so unique is its ability to create a diving bell, a tiny bubble of air, which it uses to breathe underwater. The diving bell spider is a true master of underwater living, able to stay submerged for up to 30 minutes. The spider creates its diving bell by spinning a web underwater and then filling it with air bubbles. It then traps a supply of air inside the bell and uses it to breathe while hunting for prey, often small insects and even fish. In fact, scientists have discovered that the spider's diving bell is filled with a special layer of silk, which is used to maintain the bubble's shape and keep the water out. These scuba diving spiders have an exciting appearance, especially when seen underwater. Females can measure between 7.8 to 13.1 millimeters, while males can measure between 7.8 to 18.7 millimeters. Females have larger abdomens and shorter front legs, which helps them to build and maintain their underwater webbing. Males, on the other hand, have shrunken bellies and longer front legs, which allows them to dive deeper. These spider species are found in freshwater across northern Asia and Europe, and prefer stagnant waters with low pH. They are hunters and carnivores that feed on water mites, mosquito larvae, small crustaceans, phantom midge, daphnia, and midge larvae. But that's not all the river has in store for us. Brace yourself for this next incredible revelation. Number 9. Egtved Girl. There's always the possibility that a piece of wood found in a swamp came from an ancient tree that lived thousands of years ago. This piece of wood, however, was not discovered by itself. Along with this piece of wood, the remains of the renowned Bronze Age female were uncovered. This young lady is now known as the Egtved Girl. She was called after the place where her remains were discovered. According to experts, she was buried at least 3,400 years ago. However, the boy was able to save her hair, clothing, nails, and even part of her teeth. The piece of wood uncovered in the swamp was a makeshift coffin containing the body of the Egtved Girl. She was discovered buried beneath a massive mound of peat. The adolescent was between the ages of 16 and 18 when she died. Many scholars praised the outfit she was wearing. They regard her as a fashionable young lady. She was dressed in a wool skirt with a large bronze disc belt with spirals on it. Experts have determined from her attire that she wishes to be an ordinary girl for the rest of her life. She could have been a cult priestess. The scientists were taken aback by the finding of the Egtved Girl's body, but her fashion sense impressed the ladies, and they even sought to imitate her clothing. Her body was discovered in Denmark, despite the fact that she was most likely from a region near the Black Forest in Germany. Scientists examined the atoms in her garment and decided that she was most probably a traveler who died in a distant country. Number 8. Bronze head of a Roman emperor. Another one of the most incredible discoveries in rivers is the bronze head of a Roman emperor, which was found in the Nile River in modern-day Sudan in 1910. This remarkable artifact is believed to have originated in ancient Rome and traveled thousands of miles before finally ending up in the Nile River. The head is thought to depict the Roman Emperor Augustus, or one of his successors, and it is an outstanding example of Roman artistry and craftsmanship. The bronze head is believed to have been lost in the river during a battle or a shipwreck, and it remained submerged for centuries until it was finally discovered by archaeologists. This stunning discovery provides a fascinating glimpse into the Roman Empire's reach and the role that rivers played in their trade and expansion. The bronze head of a Roman emperor is just one of the many shocking and awe-inspiring discoveries that rivers have revealed to us. Number 7. Chupacabra. One of the most shocking discoveries ever made in rivers involves a mysterious creature that was found floating in a river in Paraguay. Locals believe it to be the legendary Chupacabra, a mythical animal said to terrorize parts of Latin America. The creature's body was discovered in southern Paraguay's Itapúa region, and it was described as having a body similar to a bear, but with spikes on its back and human-like hands. The locals had long speculated that the creature was responsible for attacking and drinking the blood of their livestock. While skeptics have dismissed the Chupacabra as nothing more than a myth, many people claim to have encountered this elusive beast over the years. Whether or not the Chupacabra is real, the fact that its alleged body could be floating in this river is undoubtedly one of the most shocking discoveries ever made in rivers. When the fire brigade members were called to remove the body from the river, they discovered that it was in an advanced state of decomposition, making it difficult to identify the creature. Forensic experts claimed that it was an ape with humanoid features, but without official confirmation, the creature's true identity remains a mystery. And now, for something completely different, we have this astonishing discovery. Number 6. Baltic Sea Anomaly. The world's rivers have always held an air of mystery, and they continue to reveal shocking discoveries that capture our imaginations. The Baltic Sea Anomaly is one of the most mysterious and confounding discoveries ever made in rivers. This strange object was found resting at the bottom of the Baltic Sea in 2011, and its appearance immediately raised eyebrows. The strange feature is visible on an indistinct sonar image taken by Peter Lindbergh, Dennis Aberg, and their Swedish Ocean X diving team while treasure hunting on the floor of the northern Baltic Sea at the center of the Gulf of Bothnia. The Baltic Sea Anomaly is a circular object that measures approximately 60 meters in diameter and appears to have a staircase leading up to its surface. Some experts have speculated that it could be a sunken UFO or a remnant of an ancient civilization. However, others believe that it may simply be a natural geological formation. The sonar image of the anomaly provided by Ocean X has drawn criticism from a number of sources. Despite numerous attempts to study the anomaly, its true nature remains a mystery. Samples of stone recovered at the site were given to Volker Bruchert, an associate professor of geology at Stockholm University, who revealed that the samples most are granites, gneisses, and sandstones. The Baltic Sea Anomaly is a reminder that rivers and other bodies of water hold secrets that we have yet to uncover, and it will continue to fascinate and mystify us for years to come, but the surprises just keep coming. Check out this next unbelievable finding. Now it's time for subscribers' pick. We received an intriguing photo that appears to show bodies floating in the sea. Some speculate that they may be children who were victims of rising river levels. What are your thoughts? Share your insights with us in the comments section below using the hashtag #subscriberspick. We look forward to hearing your perspective on this mysterious and thought-provoking image. Number 5. Soviet T34 Tank. One of the most astonishing discoveries ever made in rivers is the Soviet T34 Tank. This powerful war machine played a significant role in the outcome of World War II, and its presence in the river is a testament to the fierce battles that were waged. The 30-ton tank is the only surviving one of its type that was produced at the Stalingrad tractor factory in what is now the city of Volgograd. The T-34 tank was discovered in the Don River in Russia, where it had been resting for over 70 years. This incredible find gives us a glimpse into the past, allowing us to imagine the intense fighting that took place on the battlefield. Evidence suggests the tank was moving along a pontoon bridge when it fell into the river, probably during the summer of 1942. The tank showed no signs of damage, and strangely no human remains inside. This left everyone wondering what could have happened to it. It was later discovered that this tank was the only one left from that era, and that all the others were destroyed in battles during the Soviet Union's Great Patriotic War against Germany. According to restoration expert Anatoly Kallenberg, the tank was in good condition, and that it would be possible to restore it to running order. The T-34 tank is just one of the many jaw-dropping discoveries that rivers have to offer, providing us with insights into our history and reminding us of the struggles and triumphs of our past. Number 4. Manganese nodules. One of the most astonishing discoveries ever made is the existence of manganese nodules. These strange and fascinating formations are found on the riverbeds and ocean floors of the world, and they contain a wealth of rare and valuable minerals. Manganese nodules are essentially rock concretions that have formed over millions of years as metals and other elements in the water accumulate and settle around a small nucleus. These nodules can range in size from tiny pebbles to massive boulders, and they contain high concentrations of manganese, nickel, cobalt, and copper, among other metals. What's truly astonishing about manganese nodules is just how common they are. In some areas, they cover up to 70% of the seabed, with an estimated 500 billion tons of these valuable minerals waiting to be harvested. Companies are currently exploring ways to extract manganese nodules from the ocean floor, with the hope of creating cost-effective processes that would allow for the retrieval of these rare metals. What makes manganese nodules so shocking is their potential value. These nodules are highly prized by mining companies and other industries for their rare metals, and there is a growing demand for them as technology advances and new applications are discovered. Number 3. Alligator snapping turtle. A group of specialists uncovered an unusual discovery in an Illinois river. They discovered the first wild alligator snapping turtle. Nobody has seen this turtle in Illinois in 30 years. The last sighting of it was in 1984. Because this snapping turtle is a state-endangered species, researchers are encouraged by its discovery. Some believe the animal survived human assistance and is now slowly and steadily resurrecting itself without any intervention. The alligator snapping turtle appears to be a prehistoric monster. It can grow to be 2 feet long and weigh more than 220 pounds. That level of density for such a little length is incredible. In the wild, these turtles can survive for almost 70 years. Their jaws are the primary defense, although their shell is also covered in spikes. They have scaly tails and are known as the dinosaurs of the turtle world due to their bizarre looks. These unique river monsters can be found in rivers and other bodies of water across the United States. Many myths claim that these turtles are particularly aggressive towards humans, although this is not the case. Their enormous bite force of 1,000 pounds, on the other hand, allows them to effortlessly bite off your finger in one rapid action. Herpetologist Chris Phillips discovered the newest snapping turtle at the bottom of Clear Creek. He was looking for a young male snapping turtle with a transmitter on its back that had been introduced into the area to help the turtle population regenerate. Instead, Chris discovered a different turtle, a female who had been alive for at least 18 years. There was no monitoring device on her, indicating that the turtles in the area were finally thriving. Number 2. Lokis Castle. Among the most astounding discoveries ever made in rivers is the mysterious Lokis Castle. Located deep beneath the Arctic, this underwater mountain range stretches over 1,000 kilometers and was only recently discovered. Named after the Norse god of mischief, this enigmatic formation has captivated scientists and researchers alike. The castle is believed to have formed during a period of intense volcanic activity over 50 million years ago, and holds the potential for the discovery of new species and scientific breakthroughs. It is home to the most northerly known black smokers, hydrothermal vents that spew out hot, mineral-rich water. These smokers were first discovered in 1979 and are particularly intriguing as they occur in a relatively stable region with little geological activity. The 5 active chimneys at Lokis Castle release water that reaches temperatures of up to 570 degrees Fahrenheit or 300 degrees Celsius and are situated on top of a mound of sulfide deposits, which is currently the largest of its kind ever found, measuring 825 feet in diameter at the base. This makes for one of the most astonishing discoveries made in rivers. Number 1. Otters rivers are home to some of the most surprising creatures, and one of the most remarkable animals that call rivers home is the otter. Otters are semi-aquatic mammals that can be found in rivers all over the world. They are known for their playful nature and their love of sliding down riverbanks. But what shocks many people is how intelligent, adaptable, and evil these creatures can be. Otters have been known to use tools, such as rocks, to crack open the shells of their prey. They have also been observed working together to catch fish by herding them into a trap. Their incredible abilities are not just limited to the water. Otters are also excellent climbers and have been known to scale steep riverbanks to find food or avoid predators. Both sea otters and river otters are known for their aggressive mating rituals. Male otters can be so aggressive during mating that they can drown female otters. In some rare incidents, male otters have even violated baby seals and the dead bodies of female otters. But their evilness doesn't just end there. Otters are also known to attack humans and other primates. While some people may maintain good relationships with otters, these creatures can be menacing and dangerous. Male otters have been known to hold baby otters hostage to force their mothers to give up some of their food. These discoveries are proof that rivers aren't just a source of life for humans. They're also treasure troves of weird, frightening creatures and strange relics that disappeared in the previous centuries. Just by paying a bit more attention, we can also discover some of the treasures lying at the bottom of these rivers. We hope you enjoyed watching. See you in the next one.